mediator.
Previously, we used to use
Browser is a media
relative layout,
between
but now it has
whom,
been
sir?
replaced with
The end
constraint
user
layout, and it is
and
very
server.
popular, widely popular.
Between the
We
end
will not be jumping right into the constraint layout. We will start our journey with a linear layout. So if you see, linear layout can have two orientations. As you can see in the image that is on the right hand side, you get to see vertical linear layout where the UI components will be created one next to the other in a vertical fashion. If you look at the horizontal linear layout, you get to place the views one next to the other. So this view can be a button, this view can be a text view, this view can be another button maybe. And if you use linear layout of vertical orientation, you get to create these views one after the other in a vertical fashion. If you use a linear layout of horizontal orientation, you get to place your views one next to the other in in horizontal fashion. So this can be a button, this can be a text view, and this can be another button. So if you want to create such kind of a design, you always can go to linear layout because it is easy to use, flexible, and you know what you will be getting out of the code that you write in the XML. All right. Okay. With this intro, I think we can proceed with the project and we can create a splendid design. Now, what is the target? What is that I want to create? I want to create a design like this. So this is going to be your screen. I want to have a button here and another button here. In between these two buttons, I'd like to have a text view. So what is this text view? Text view is generally used to display some text to the user. And you know about buttons. I need not to explain. How to get them working, I will be talking about them. So I want to display, I want to colorize them. This one, I want to go with the default blue. This one as well with the default blue. Even the borders as well. After that, I want to color the text view with a yellow color. Looks good, right? So on the button, I would like to write this one. Okay, so it comes to the center of the screen. I'm very sorry for placing it here. See, preparing this design on the paint is a hectic job, man. And actually, I feel like wasting the time. Right. So this is the design I want to get at the end of the application. And here I will be displaying 0 by default. And the color of the text view must also be blue, bold. and size of 48 at 50 or something like that. So I want to design this kind of a screen. Does the design look good? Does it look good? How many of you liked it? Oh, Siddharth liked it. Cool. Also, Sachin, and also, all right, Chandan Kumar loved it. Cool. Thank you guys for your response. So now let's proceed to create the XML file and the corresponding code we'll write. So there are primarily three modes available for your XML file in IntelliJ. You can jump into code and write whatever the code you want to write and create a design based on the code. The second one is split, where you'll be seeing the editor on the left and the UI design on the right. This is my favorite mode. Finally, you have design where you do not need to write any code. You just drag and drop any UI component of your interest, go to the split mode, and you can see the code added for whatever the drag and drops that you did. This is my favorite mode for constraint layout. But for linear layout, I love split mode because as I do the design changes that gets reflected on the right, I would get to see both the things done side by side. Okay, let us first change the constraint layout to linear layout. Default layout as of now for Android activities is constraint layout. Okay, I'd like to change it to linear layout first. So you can actually select this constraint layout, remove it. That is the first step. Type capital L, and I will not type anything else because I may type something wrong and I'll not be getting the output in an appropriate way. So you get to choose the suggestions. I have got linear layout of the default horizontal orientation as the second suggestion. Yes, Krishna Joshi. Layouts, they are what is shown to the user. Whatever you want to show as a design, isn't it? All these designs, they are kept into a folder called layouts in the project structure. So these layouts are supported by XML logically. The logical support is extended by the Java files that are present in the source Java folder. Hope you got my point. So for an activity, whatever you want to show on the mobile device, these activities apparently comprises of two files. XML files, what is shown to the user, Java files, how the logic is handled. Hope you got my point, Krishna Joshi. Cool. Thanks. So I would like to choose the second suggestion and I choose it. It's done. You can see that the text view is coming to the top left corner of the screen immediately after changing my layout to linear layout from constraint layout. Now you may ask me, what are these XMLNS? Yes, Kalyani, whatever you asked here, Kalyani was asking, can we put linear layout inside another linear layout? That is a very good question. You can do it. You can put a view group into another view group for sure. You can put a view group into another view group for sure. But you cannot put a view inside another view. All right. So that's how it is. Now, as soon as you choose linear layout, you get to place the views one next to the other in a horizontal fashion, because the default orientation of a linear layout is horizontal. Let's say I want to change it to vertical. If you want to change it to vertical, okay, before that I was talking about XMLNS, isn't it? I, I deviated somehow. I got deviated somehow. So this XMLNS stands for XML namespace. Okay. And these are the names that you are giving. Is Android with some other stuff like Power or Nereus Technologies, or Android can be replaced with Android 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. What does this get? These get the attributes from this link. This link, if you copy and paste it on the browser, it will take you nowhere. It will not take you anywhere. This is for accessing the tools that are present already in the SDK, software development kit. So all these attributes, Android layout width, Android layout height, Android text, all these attributes are coming from XML namespace corresponding to Android from this Android link. Okay, don't think much about it. These are just attribute related namespaces, and we need to declare them in the root view group. In the other view groups or views that follows this root view group, you don't need to define them at all. Okay. Moving forward, I'd like to change the orientation of this linear layout. So all I need to do is type O and wait for suggestion. As I type O, I get Android orientation as one of my suggestions. I can choose it and set the view groups orientation to either vertical or horizontal. Even that I would get as a suggestion. I'd like to choose vertical because I want to place one button on the top, text view following this button, and then another button following this text view. That is how I want to make my design. So what is this? This is a, sorry, what is this design that I want to do? This is a vertical orientation based design. This is linear layout of vertical orientation. Right. So what is this layout width? What is this layout height? Layout width defines how much space you want to occupy across the available width of the device in which your epic is running. Of course, I'm now confusing you. I'm sure about it, but let me repeat. If you so the layout width and layout height are the two attributes that defines the size of your view and view group. If the layout width is defined as match parent, it means that whatever the space that is available on the screen, all of that space you want to occupy with your layout. And match parent on height defines the similar thing. Whatever the height that is available across the height of the design, you want to occupy all that space. Hope you're getting my point now. I don't want this texture right away. I don't want this texture at all. I'm removing it. Now inside this linear layout is a view group. That is the very reason. As linear layout is a view group, it does have a start tag and it also has a end tag. Got it? As a linear layout, as it is a view group, only because it is a view group, it is having a start tag and it is having an end tag. If it is a normal view, just like your button and text view, you will not have a start tag and an end tag. You need not to write a start time and an end time. Okay, so now you can go ahead and create a button. Set the layout width to match parent and height to wrap content. You can close the button with a slash symbol, and that brings you a slash and a greater than symbol. So this is how a view is created. As soon as you use a button, you are asked to set the layout width of the button. I am setting it up to match parent so that whatever the space that is available across the width of the screen, all the space is occupied by the button. In the similar way, if you set the layout height to wrap content, what happens is whatever the size that the view demands, that size will be used. That size will be used across the height of the screen. Now you can place a text on this particular button and you can go ahead and write plus. I just want to display it. So whatever the text that you want to display, you can use Android column text. You can display that. And after that, you can increase the text size with the help of text size attribute. Go ahead and increase the text size attribute to whatever the size that you want. SP stands for scalable pixels. We'll talk about it in short. SP stands for scalable pixels. We'll talk about it in the upcoming sessions. But remember that SP is the units used for text size. I'm good with this button. Let us create a text for that matter. We use text view. Text view, we use it for displaying the text to the user. I'll set the width to match parent and height to wrap content. I want to close the text view right here. You can display any text that you want with the help of Android column text attribute. You can display 0. You can increase the text size using text size attribute, let's say 100 SP. You can also change the text style to bold, italic, or normal. I'd like to choose bold. Also, text color I would like to change. If you'd like to change the text color, all you need to remember is these 6 zeros. Hash followed by these 6 zeros will give you a black color. Now tap on this and get the color pickup. You can choose any color of your interest. That's up to you. If you want to change the background color of this text view, it is also easy. Step B, you get Android color background. Again, do the same stuff. Hash followed by 6 zeros. Tap on this black color dot. You get to choose any color of your interest. I'd like to go ahead with yellow. Looks good. You can get this text to the center of the screen with the help of gravity attribute. Now you may ask me, how do you know all these attributes? Type it on Google. You will also get it. The requirement does the job for you. If you have a requirement, you will definitely address it. That's how we do it. Similarly, we can also create another button at the end that extends to the fullest width of the screen and also wraps the content height. You can press this button right here. You can display some text on it. Okay, text on it. You can display anything here. You can change the text size as we already know how to do it. I am doing it right away. You can also change the text. Text style. Do I change it about? No, don't. Okay, you can leave the design like this. So, did we complete our design? Did we complete our design? If you want to say yes, send me a Y. If you want to say no, send me a N. Kalyani says yes. Sachin says no. Mahendra says no. Ansuman also says no. We did not complete our design. You're right, guys. Krishna Joshi also says no. Because we can see that only part of the screen is being occupied by the design, but the rest of the screen is left empty. In the similar way, if you change the orientation of this device, this is now in portrait mode, you can change to landscape. If you change it to landscape mode, half of the screen is occupied by the design and the rest half is left empty. If you change it to portrait mode, you would see that more space is left behind. Now, this is a challenge, and this is a challenge for most of the developers in the market. I mean, in the field. For I would say it is for the designers, but yes, sometimes in most of the companies, we have to we have to address the UI related issues also sometimes. So this is a challenge for the UI designers or the UX designers. So and also and also been available in multiple sizes. If you go to desktop mode, tablet mode, you get to see that the design is only occupying 1/4 of the screen, and 3/4 of the screen is left empty. If you change it to portrait mode, you still see more spaces left behind. How do we address these space related issues? And how do we address these multiple screen sizes that we have in Android? We will talk about it tomorrow. Meanwhile, I recommend you to keep on practicing this. I recommend you to at least try this out once at home. Okay. I am sure that you will be getting hundreds and thousands of doubts, if not one or two. Please do make a note of those doubts and shoot those doubts at me tomorrow when we meet at 7:30 a.m. Thank you so much, guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me those questions. For any YouTube links uh, for the recorded sessions that we had, and for any other such kind of stuff, the support related stuff, you may always ping. Mostly it will be till 8:30. Sometimes it may extend to 9 as well, Krishna. I will guide you on that, Ansuman. You can see that the code is available in the view only. You will have notes, Kalyani, for sure. Sure, Mahendra. Each one is used for a special purpose, Krishna Joshi. Each one is used for its own purpose, right? That is the reason. Slowly, when you keep on practicing, you'll get to know this thing. And Suman is asking for syllabus. I already told you to please shoot this question to Sham sir on WhatsApp. He'll definitely be sharing you the syllabus. That we will discuss tomorrow, Kalyani, for sure. You can at 9, Mahendra before 9. Okay. Hope there are no more questions. If there are any, uh, if it is 9, if it is PM after 9. Okay. Thank you so much. Take care.